This is part one of Jarkai spinning, or dual wield spinning. Last time I dealt with some of the introductions, some of the concepts that you'd need to know in order to do this. This time I wanted to discuss the idea of directionality. If you recall back when we started with the single saber, it all started with that single spin that looked like this. And also there was the single spin on this side that looked like that. Okay, these two things worked their way into the figure eight, and that single spin worked its way into pretty much everything that followed. Alright, so we're going to start with the Jarkai the same way, with that single spin, this. Okay, and the different versions of this, making the two sabers work together. When we have two sabers working together, our terminology is going to be relative, or it's going to be about the sabers relative to the other saber. The sabers can either be moving in the same direction at the same time, they can be moving in the same direction at different times, they can be moving in opposite directions. Okay, let me show you what that looks like. Okay, here's same direction, same time. Okay, downward, upward. Alright, so that's basically, or that's the most basic version. So try that out. If you're not comfortable with it, if you're not getting them to work together, put a stop in the middle. And then see if you can eliminate the stop eventually. Alright, put a stop in the middle of the upward, and then see if you can eliminate the stop. Okay, so start with the two of them moving together simultaneously. Right, now when I talk about the two of them moving together alternating, that's basically when we get into the flowers, that's what the flowers are built on. They're a crossover. But the non-crossover version of the flowers is two sabers moving in the same direction, alternating. Now that's the same as this, except instead of going together, one's moving, then the other's moving. Alright, so practice that as well. And again, practice it with our upward flowers are the same deal. Okay, so see if you can, and the wrist motion of this is very simple. It's just that. Alright, so practice that, and also, and you're going to be able to build on it later. And when I talked about the sabers moving against each other, things like this. This is built on this. Okay, and what this is this saber right here is moving one direction. Let's say, for instance, a downward. This one is going to be moving in an upward. If I reverse that, and I start moving this one downward and this one upward, I have this. Sabers moving against each other. So everything in the Jarkai is going to be built on the moves that we dealt with the single saber, grafted on top of this directionality. Simultaneous, simultaneous alternating, upward of the same thing, or sabers moving against each other. Alright, so practice those few moves and get used to them. It takes a while to sort of build that into your muscle memory. Afterwards, we'll graft everything else on top of it, and I'll see you back for part two.